Thanks for joining us here in 5-pillar mobility. If you haven't already, get yourself nice and comfy. Let's lie flat on your back. Take a few breaths to just sigh out any tension, any anxiety, any negative emotion that might be lingering. As you let go of air, just imagine breathing out all that tension, all that negativity. Just let it float away. And we'll start to bring our attention into your breath. Focus on directing that air deep into that diaphragm. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose if you can. We'll slowly start to slow that breath down. We know that slowing that breath down helps us slow the mind down and slow the body down. That allows us to recover and to heal. Today's routine, we're focused on the ankles. Let's take a couple of breaths with some attention on your feet. On your next breath out, relax through those toes, the bottoms of your feet, your ankles, your calves, and your shins. Just feel your feet sink heavy into your mat. And let that tension just float away. Let's take one more breath here. We'll slowly sigh out that breath. And we'll start today's routine with a left side ball whack. Let's grab that lacrosse ball. And we're going to pin that lacrosse ball to the surface of your skin on your lower limb. And just whack that ball using your offhand. And we want to be conscious of not whacking that ball into your body. We want to whack it along that skin, along the surface. The goal is to free up some of that superficial fascial tissue. And just do a little free fall here. Pay attention to where your lower limb is kind of sticky and not moving very well. You can do this along your tibans, even into your calves. Just feel what needs attention today. And this is a fairly active exercise. Just doing your best to stay nice and relaxed mentally. Keep your focus on your breath. Mentally go to your happy place. And let's take one more breath here. We'll sigh out that breath. And we'll shift into the right side. So if you found a spot that was pretty sticky on the left, feel free to start in that same area on the right. But try to do your diligence. Search for what needs attention on this side. And if you don't feel anything in particular, just pick something and go with it. And again, pinning that ball against your skin and using your offhand to move that ball along your skin. Just giving it a whack. And there's no way around this being active, so there's a lot of muscles we do need active. But keep the effort there. Try to mentally stay nice and composed and relaxed. Keep a nice relaxing rhythm of your breath. Keep searching through that tissue for what might be restricted and need your attention. Let's finish this up with a deep breath in that belly. We'll slowly sigh out that breath. And we'll shift into the left side tibians. So the tibialis anterior sits on the outside of your shin. So working through the lateral part of that shin bone. Should be on muscle here, not on bone. Search along the length of that muscle. If you've been doing a lot of running or walking, this can be really sensitive. Just settle into the right amount of pressure, whatever your body's telling you it needs today. That said, being progressive here. So if you've been working through this program, feel free to get a little more aggressive with this, but always working within your pain-free limits. It can be helpful to move your ankle through some range of motion into some dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Continue to experiment and chip away and feel out what your body needs. The only person that's going to know what your body needs is you. And this program is about getting you better connected to your body and feeling out its needs and helping you move better. We'll take one more breath here. As you let go of that breath, we'll shift to the right side. Start by panning through this right side tibian. Search for what needs attention. Experiment with what your stimulus is going to look like today. The angle we're leaning, the amount we're leaning, the angle of your ankle. You might want to roll on that ball. You might want to hang out statically. There are benefits to both. Just feel out what you need mentally and physically today. And stay in tune with your body's response. And every chance we get, circling back to your breath. As you let go of air, just imagine letting go of tension through that whole lower limb. Let that breath calm your mind and let your mind calm your body. Scanning through your body, through any tension you're carrying right now that doesn't need to be there. There are some muscles we need. If there's muscles that are tense that we don't need, just let them go. Take one more breath. As you let go of that breath, we'll shift into the left side calf. So working through the opposite side of that lower limb, the back side. Start by panning through the length of your gastroc and soleus, seeing what needs attention. For a lot of people, the junction between those two muscle groups, where the belly of your calf starts, can be really sensitive and need some attention. But as always, your needs will be specific to you. Let the video be a guide. Let your body be your feedback. Concentrate on staying nice and passive and relaxed. Challenging yourself to get a little deeper relaxed with every exhale. And if you find counting the duration of your breaths helpful, feel free to do that. And if you don't find it helpful, then you don't need to. This is your routine. Feel out what version of this routine is going to benefit you most. Let's take one more breath here. We'll sigh out that breath and we'll shift to the right side. Let's pan through this right calf. Feel out what needs attention here. It might feel very similar to the left, it might feel very different. Focus on what your body needs here and how it's responding as you settle into this exercise. Always staying within your pain-free limits. and always trying to stay progressive. Just adding a little bit of tension and pressure as you work your way through the program. And every chance we get, circle back to your breath. Nice calming rhythm with your breath. Nice passive head space. Keep your mind focused on what's in front of you. All that matters is right here and now. Focusing on being present and allowing yourself to enjoy the moment. We'll take one more breath here. We'll slowly sigh out that breath. We'll move into the left ankle with some traction work. So we're just going to grab that heel and left foot and just gently pull it away from your shin, just to free up some space in that ankle joint. And we don't need a ton of force here, especially if this is a new exercise. Start nice and easy. You should not feel much here at all. The only goal is to free up a little bit of joint space, decrease that joint pressure, and allow those surfaces to glide a little better. This is another fairly active exercise, with again doing your best to stay passive, nice relaxed headspace. Let's take one more breath here. We'll slowly sigh out that breath and shift to the right side. So firmly grabbing that right heel and foot and gently pressing that foot away from your shin, just to get a bit of a reversing gravity effect. And free up that joint for better movement. Again, we want zero pain here. Just a really subtle pressure release. Always paying attention to how your body's responding and always adjusting accordingly. We'll take one more breath here. We'll slowly sigh out that breath. And we'll shift back to the left ankle with a ledge stretch. So let's find a wall or an upright and press the balls of your feet against that upright and gently lean your torso towards the wall or upright to stretch through that calf. And we can change the stimulus here based on the knee angle. We bend the knee slightly, we'll target more of that lower calf. With it straight, we'll catch more of the upper calf. So feel free to experiment and feel out what your body needs. And then lean into the right amount of stretch today, working within your pain-free limits and getting as passive as you can. Relaxing through that foot, the ankle, the toes. Try to find depth by relaxing, not by forcing. And in 5 seconds, we'll gently get active by pressing the balls of the feet in against that wall or post. Let's go ahead, starting nice and easy. Activating through the calf to attempt to reverse the stretch, ramping up tension as we go. Let's finish with a big squeeze here. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's gently reverse. Using your shin muscles to pull that ankle further into the stretch, ramping up tension as we go. Finishing with a big squeeze here. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Big breath out, relax, nice and passive. Run through your checklist, relaxing through those toes, the surface of your foot, your ankle, your calf, your tib ends. Let go of all that tension. Get as passive as you can. Center yourself back in your breath. And mentally go back to your happy place. One more breath here. And as we sigh out that breath, we'll shift to the right side. So pressing the balls of the feet on your right foot up against the wall or the ledge. Gently leaning your hips in. Again, settling into the right amount of knee angle today. If you feel restricted in your lower calf, feel free to bend the knee. If it's more upper calf today, feel free to keep that leg straighter. Just settle into whatever your body is telling you it needs. Running through that checklist mentally, turning off as many muscles as we can through that lower limb. Using your breath to help you relax. And in 10 seconds, we'll gently get active by attempting to press those balls of the feet in against your ledge. And let's go ahead, starting nice and easy. Slowly ramping up that tension as we go. Finishing with a big squeeze here, last 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's gently reverse. Activating through that tib band, through the top side of your ankle. Trying to pull yourself deeper into that stretch, ramping up tension as we go. Finish with a big squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Big breath out, relax, nice and passive. Just submit to the position. Run through that checklist. Relax through the toes, your arch, your heel, your ankle, your calf, your tib bands. With every breath, try to relax a new muscle group. One more breath here. We'll sigh with that breath, and we'll shift into some left side ankle circles. So let's lie flat on your mat. Grab a hold of that left shin. Start by moving that left foot through its full range of motion in a circle. Starting by pointing the toes, moving those toes in towards your midline, up into full dorsiflexion, and then out and along the outer limits on the outside. And continue to move at your own pace, challenging yourself to get a tiny bit more aggressive with each rep. Generally, the harder we work here, the bigger benefit we get from all the other work we did today. Working within your pain-free limits while giving yourself a good challenge to that ankle. Let's finish with a big squeeze here, last 5. We'll sigh out that breath and move into the right side. So grabbing hold of that right shin and just slowly and deliberately moving it along the outer limits of its range. As we work our way through this minute, attempting to nudge yourself further into your end range, working within your pain-free limits, but making that ankle work. It can be helpful if you feel like you've hit a wall, just to give a subtle second push, a second wind effort. Sometimes you'll find new range. Give extra tension where you feel most restricted. Really squeeze into those corners. Big push here to finish up. And we'll finish off this rep. We'll sigh with that breath. And we will call it a day. Thanks for joining us here today. Thanks for supporting our channel. If you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.